seem like people refusing to lock in nowadays, and it's like I just feel like people under some type of spell. I feel like at a core level, like I really feel like some type of weird demonic spell have influenced the world.
Yeah, it's perpetual. It's one of those things where it's just like, I mean, you could be in the world, but you ain't gotta be of the world type shit. But you know, everybody, everybody should shake different, I guess. But
Yeah, I be feeling like I be getting close, or I might feel like I have a breakthrough, but then it'd be like niggas don't even really care, you know? Yeah,
mm-hmm,
it ain't even
mm-hmm,
like I don't even be caring that niggas don't care. Honestly, I promise I don't, cause I care. But I
mm-hmm.
just be like sad about it, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like
yeah, yeah.
I ain't
It's
mad
a
about it. I'm just sad
it's
about
a
it.
yeah. It's not sad. It's not sad in the context of emotion, but it is a bit of a letdown, right?
Mm.
Because it's like, yeah, I thought we was all running in the same race, and oh, you tapped out, you got something else to do. Oh, okay, so I'll just run this leg by myself, I guess, type shit. All right, like I don't I'm at that stage in my life where I know that I can't fault people for not feeling and wanting to do the things that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those where you get in where you fit in type shit.
Mm.
Unfortunately, like that's just the way that the world shakes out. You're gonna have some people who are gonna be with you regardless. And then you're gonna have some people who are going to be fair weather people, and
Mm.
it I guess it's key to not allow the um the random people who choose to come in and out when they feel in a particular type of way. It's key to not invest personally in them when you know that that shit is there, like when you know that that shit exists. It's key to not invest in them personally because you end up feeling some type of way when shit don't shake out. You know what I'm saying? If it don't shake out the right way, like you end up faulting them. And it's really one of those things that falls under your purview because you had a decision and a choice to mess with these people or not. And you chose to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, I gotta do this all over again. I just gotta do it from a different approach.
Yeah, man, that's just heavy though, because it's like sometimes, man, especially with niggas, like it's like me to me, niggas is simple creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
When a nigga's not a simple creature, when a nigga's just not, locked into the build, that means you're a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if you can't straight up, and I've definitely explored that in my life, not too much, but I grew up around a single mom, so
Mm-hmm.
or I would say from 0 to 19, I processed the world like my mom processed the world, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then I went to prison because processing the world like my mom processed the world,
Don't
it
work in
wasn't
prison,
going.
nigga.
Now it wasn't going to work in real life. Definitely wasn't going to work in prison. It's not magic. It's so life is a way to like teach you on how to really understand. what's best for you, energetically speaking. And I say
Mm-hmm.
that to say, man, like I had to learn to be a stand up nigga, man. I had to learn how to be ethical. So when I
Mm-hmm.
got out of jail, I didn't stop doing crime per se. I just did crime in a different way. I did crime like a man. And
Mm-hmm.
so I ain't never, knock on wood, I ain't never even, I don't live that life that I lived when I was 20 and out of jail. But at the same time, when I was doing what I was doing, I wasn't dealing with no type of cops. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? No
Mm-hmm.
type of nothing like that. I was just way too cool for that type of shit. Like I couldn't even put nobody in that position for real. It's like we was doing shit, but we was on the cutting edge. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
they, when you doing crime, it's just and I'm gonna land with this. When you doing crime, the only way I feel like a person should do crime is if you ahead. You don't never want to do catch up crime because the shit that we doing now,
Catch up
the shit,
crowd.
if you did the shit that we was doing then, now your ass going to jail because they already hit to the internet. And
Mm-hmm.
we was on the internet when the internet was just when 5G just started to hit, or the ethernets, you know what I'm saying, where you could
Mm-hmm.
really move and have your cell phone. And we was now you do anything on your cell phone, nigga, you cooked. Like, yo,
Yeah, yeah.
and
We
shit
was
so
on that bitch. We was on that bitch when it was 2G, nigga. Like that should tell you the difference. We started on the internet when it was 2G. That shit 5G now, nigga.
that shit
Totally different.
but it's way too advanced now. You can't really do shit now, but back then you could. But I say all of that to say, you don't. I mean, everybody should do what they need to do. But I think when you was talking about Epstein and you was talking about the mafia, I think
Mm-hmm.
about it as like crime. Crime is very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were part of like a criminal organization, you're on a whole different wave. Like you in a whole different stratosphere. When you in a gang, you in a whole different vortex. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Your life is completely different. When you just like existing in strip club culture and all these particular paradigms, it's like I can't handle it. I want to just live the straight and narrow way. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
I know what it was like to be in another world, so to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I put that video in the Discord chat if you want to start with that.
See, one of the angles that people don't
Can you hear it?
look at in terms of this
Mm-hmm.
scandal is that they assume all the time that Jeffrey Epstein's high level Jewish connections involve some kind of official work on behalf of God. Folks, the Jewish mafia in this country, like, have you seen Godfather? The character that was called Hyman Roth in Godfather, remember that? The Jewish mobster who's very close to the Corleone family and did business with them. That guy who's portrayed as, Hyman Roth in Godfather is actually Meyer Lansky. Meyer Lansky, he was from Eastern Europe originally, but he was a New York mobster who was in the casino business and had a lot of developments in Las Vegas and then also in Miami.
Cuba, right?
He was involved with, the Corleones and elements of the CIA in trying to bring about regime change in Cuba because he had lost casino assets in Cuba,
Right.
and wanted to change the regime so that he could open up Cuba economically again, right? Anyway, Meyer Lansky is a New York Jewish mobster with an extensive crime syndicate, okay, with many tendrils. And he used to like to recruit smart Jews from Brooklyn. Jeffrey Epstein's a Coney Island kid. He's a smart Jew from Brooklyn, all right? And when he got involved in the late 1970s, Meyer Lansky was still alive and still recruiting. He died in 83, I believe. So Jeffrey Epstein, I'll go back to Dalton. Jeffrey Epstein got his teaching job at Dalton in the late 1970s, and he wasn't qualified for it. Okay. Now, a lot of people might not know this, but Dalton was a very elite prep school in New York. Arguably was the top one. We used to compete with Horace Mann about which school was the top prep school in New York City. And so our faculty consisted of college professor grade teachers. I mean, most of them had PhDs. So Epstein was very unqualified for the job that he had at Dalton based on his CV to date. And he was hired by this OSS operative who, transitioned into the CIA as part of the transformation of that agency, a man by the name Donald Barr. And this high-level, OSS turned CIA operative was very peculiar insofar as he was also the author of some rather lurid science fiction. Mm-hmm. He wrote this book called Space Relations, which is about a group of aristocratic pirates who are running illegal operations in space between various interplanetary colonies.
Cosmic pirates.
Cosmic pirates. And this is going to become relevant. And one very important figure, what was her name? Lady Morgan Sidney, I believe. The Morgan name there is important because it's a reference to the Morgana and Morgan Le Fay in the Arthurian mythos. And this Lady Morgan character is like, so she's the only woman in a group of very powerful men that are part of this like piratical, organization, interplanetary piratical organization. And this lone woman among them is a total sadist. She's like a sort of uber dominatrix type. And she is responsible for the trafficking of minors to be sex slaves for powerful men on these interplanetary colonies. And these ships are running this cargo of abused young people who are being basically sold into sexual slavery, between various star systems. And so here, this guy writes this book. And when I was at Dalton, this book was behind a glass display case in the library. So I became aware of it when I was that book there. And as a matter of fact, that was the edition that was behind and there was a hardcover edition too that had a blue cover.
It's got 7 reviews. Let's see what the reviews say.
$418.
$418.
I have a copy.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
I think all right, I want to ask you this question. This is the question that I had. Do you think all of the lurid sex talk surrounding Epstein and all of the Epstein work, do you think it is a misdirection?
So to answer that question, it would I would first have to look up the definition of a psyop.
Okay.
And you tell me if these particular concepts align.
Okay.
Psychological operations are operations to convey
This age is a true
selected information and indicators to audience to influence their motives and objective reasoning and ultimately the behavior of governments, organizations, groups, and large foreign powers.
1,000%.
Okay, the purpose of the United States psychological operations is to induce or reinforce behavior perceived to be favorable to U.S. objectives.
Okay, what are the U.S. objectives? One would ask.
So let's backtrack and let's get this shit in full context.
Okay.
Let's get it in full context, right? Mm-hmm. So the U.S. government was started in 1776, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is when the American colonies declared independence from Great Britain, adopted a Declaration of Independence. So you have that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
United States government and Indian Wars, right? I'm gonna just give two examples of what we're actually dealing with when you say the United States government and a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, the American Indian Wars were also known as the American Frontier Wars and the Indian Wars, was a conflict initially fought by European colonial empires, the United States, and briefly the Confederate States of America and the Republic of Texas against various American Indian tribes in North America. These conflicts occurred from the time of the earliest colonial settlements in the 17th century until the end of the 19th century. The end of the 19th century, nigga, the end of 19th century was around the time where they quote unquote freed the slaves. You think that's a
Mm-hmm.
coincidence? Maybe it
No.
is. My second thing I want to point out is a man by the name of John Baptiste, and I'm not about to look for the quote because this is off the cuff. So just more or less, I'm gonna just paraphrase. I was reading this book about John Baptiste Point du Sable. He is a black
Mm-hmm.
man that founded Chicago, and he came from New Orleans. He was like a magical, I forget the word, but a voodooist, let's just say. The
Mm-hmm.
popular consensus of the United States government at that time was that they was possessed by evil demons.
Okay.
Okay. So the purpose of the United States government is to control. And when we look at the United States government, they are under the thumb of the central banks.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve is a private institution not connected to the federal government.
Okay.
The United States does not have unlimited funds and unlimited wherewithal. Because look at this motherfucker. I mean, look at this motherfucker, man. The infrastructure of this country is falling by the wayside. The new homes that they just building are just falling to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The houses that they making now only gonna last 15 years. So every
Mm-hmm.
year, houses is breaking down. So I say all of this to say we don't this government almost lost their shit over food stamps. When have you ever in the history of life? When have niggas ever complained about food stamps?
You would think that was a thing back in the days when we was coming
They
up
never they
because
never
niggas
said nothing
needed
about
food
it.
stamps back then, but niggas never
And
complained about it.
niggas never complained. Now they take food stamps away. Niggas liable. Niggas acting like they was going to die, and there wasn't nothing that they was going to be able to do. It was an apocalypse when they took the food. Man, this country does not have the resources that it once had. It does not have the esteem that it once had because what we're talking about is money shifting from money actually being an algorithm.
Mm-hmm. 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 What?
So
What? No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
now I'm just
ahead.
saying it's like screens. It's like screens and digits and transfers of things and all of this particular shit. And so all of this particular mumbo jumbo that's going on in the world, we have to sit back and be able to say what this shit is and what this shit isn't. Right. And so I say all of this to say Jeffrey Epstein's misdirection is a result of us living in a magical paradigm and a magician is getting his manifestation into fruition, if one
So
might
he
say.
did his. So he did his big one.
He did his big one. Yes, 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 yes. John D did his big one. What's the boy? Francis Bacon did his big one.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Epstein. People are going
Did
to
his
talk
big
about
one.
Jeffrey Epstein for the next thousand of years,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't understand why did people talk about John? Why if people ever talk about John D in the history of life? What made
Mm-hmm.
him so special? This nigga talked about magic all damn day, doing
Mm-hmm.
spells and talking to angels.
It wasn't until he did magic for a particular person that he became famous.
But he did magic, and 1,000 years later, we talking about
Niggas
John D.
still know his name. Still
Exactly.
know his name.
Yes.
So essentially, if you want your name to be mentioned within the annals of history, magic has to do with it.
And let's go back. Let's go back to your video, right? That we just
Okay.
we just watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga always gotta have a
See,
fundamental
one of the angles that people
foundational
don't
reasoning for niggas moves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Niggas start talking about the Jewish mafia.
Niggas saying Jewish mafia and then they start talking about the kids, and then you just hate them, right? You just hate
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And if I said, all right, what did Jeffrey Epstein do? Most people can't verbalize it and contextualize it. You know why? Because they don't want to. That's part of the
Mm-hmm.
magic. But I mean, I feel like I'm not even bragging, but I just see through the veils and I just see this magician, right, putting forth an understanding and understanding of Kundalini, moon phases, serpent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He definitely know when Mercury is in retrograde,
He
nigga.
know
Like
when
he
Mercury is in
definitely know.
retrograde.
He know, nigga. He know. That nigga know. That nigga is tapped
Niggas don't
in
want to
on a
talk
different
about
level.
that part or the files.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So I'm saying Aleister Crowley, he did his big one. What do the
Mm.
modern consensus say about Aleister Crowley?
The quote unquote self-proclaimed evilest man in the world.
Ain't
Wickedest
that
man.
interesting?
Very interesting.
Ain't
Like, how
that
do you get
interesting?
that title as the most wickedest man
How
in
do
the
you
world? And the world ain't over yet. Like, how do you get that title?
the wickedest man in the world, right? So when you hear Jeffrey Epstein, serpent, you could easily replace that with Jeffrey Epstein in the consensus of the minds of the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not defending Epstein under no circumstance, but I'm an occultist. I'm a magician. I've
Mm-hmm.
I've done
Mm-hmm.
some work in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
I done conjured up some shit. I done made something out of nothing before, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You
And when you know
understand what I'm saying?
1000%. And when you know how those rituals hit, when you know how to truly bring something into manifestation, so much so that you could do it at any given time. Like when you know those things, you know it when you see it in someone else. Like you know it full force. Like, oh yeah, this motherfucker's doing some magic. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way for you to know the shit that you know, certain things that these people know, is for them to be doing high level magic. That's just the end of it.
And it's not like secret.
No.
It's in the book of law. You could read
Mm-hmm.
the PDF of the book of law. You could read the Lesser Key of Solomon and put it through Chat GPT and say, "Well, what did this mean?" What is this talking about? If you really wanted to know, right? What is the metaphysical meaning of it? Because all Aleister Crowley's writing was about the brain and the different areas of the brain and the different ways you activate different parts of the inner being through ceremonial magic.
Yeah,
Now,
his whole work was about organ work and the processes that each and every organ went through in your alchemical work. Like that's his whole shit.
now, if motherfuckers call you evil every damn day. I typed in Aleister Crowley's title, and it's the wickedest man in the world. But they didn't ever reference Liber 777. They ain't never referenced the Book of Law. They ain't never referenced the Thoth Tarot deck or nothing like that. They're just kind of just acting
Yeah.
like nigga and to each his own, right? And I'm not defending Aleister Crowley, but it's just a way that the world. I feel this shit in my everyday life where so I'll put it to you like this, man. It's a lot of NPCs, and let's just imagine that a lot of NPCs, 90% of the NPCs is just the demiurge's consciousness. So the demiurge's consciousness can live through these NPCs. You might see somebody at the coffee shop and they know who you are, you just don't know who they are. So I feel like a lot of times people in the world just act as just like these people's consciousness. Like it's just a bunch of empty vessels, and a lot of these empty vessels house these demiurgic entities and energies. And the more conscious you become, the more you is very palpable to your everyday experience. Like you could deal with a person and you could be like, all right, I'm gonna tell this person the truth. I'm gonna be real with this person, and you know this motherfucker gonna hate you for life.
1000%.
You might kid yourself for a little bit, but at the end of the day, you know, when you find somebody that you can be honest and true with, you know you really lucky because you understand. For a majority of people, they just around motherfuckers that they can't even be 100% real with. Like, bro, let's look at a real statistic. How many men is on Grinder? 15 million average monthly active users, dog. Come on, man. That's nasty work, bro.
15 million, nigga. Come on, bro.
I don't never want to hear niggas talk about no relationship shit no more, bro. Cause y'all niggas be on Grinder and y'all don't even be talking about that shit. But y'all want to talk about how bitches ain't shit. No, bro, I ain't taking it no more.
It's on Grinder.
These niggas on Grinder. They gotta be, bro. 15 million. That mean that niggas get off of it, niggas get on it. Like, come on, man.
That's a lot of niggas, yo.
That's a lot of niggas on the app, bro. 94 to 98%.
What's 15 by 12? What's 15 by 12?
What you mean by that?
15 times 12.
15 times 12. You know,
I
I
know.
went to public school.
Yeah.
300, 600, 900. No, that ain't right. Hold on. You said 15. No, that'd be 6, 12, 24. That's nah. I don't know, bro. I gotta do a calculator for that.
180. So that's 180 million yearly, nigga. 180 million niggas yearly.
I would not fuck with these. I would not fuck with these niggas if I was these girls out here, man. 10 times out of 10, I'm telling you, Cause I see how I see how this shit be fucking with these little boys' minds. I'm gonna just keep it a buck 1,000, bro. These technologies be fucking with these kids' minds. So it's like a nigga just might think he buy for real. He might it's just niggas about that type of shit out here, man. It's just something that's just like in the culture now, you know. And ladies, stay away from these niggas, man, because that is a crazy statistic. And the nigga gonna tell
My
you
nigga,
all
they
about
said,
Kevin Samuels.
well, this is the crazy part, right? So they said the average nigga will go 2 and 3 weeks before he actually get truly matched with somebody and actually go out on a date. So you on that bitch 2 and 3 weeks straight with no motion, nigga? Like you just swiping, nigga.
Nah, man, check that nigga's phone, sis. Fuck that. Check his phone every day.
That nigga in the bed with you scrolling on Grindr. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Just don't give him time to delete shit either. Like, why his phone is open, just snatch it out of shit. See how he react. If he get up and almost kill you, yeah.
Yeah. That nigga doing something on that app.
That nigga got that. If he jump up and start growling, you know, a bitch and nigga be like, oh yeah, he kind of think it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you getting your back blown out, pause. Hold on, let's talk about this.
That's crazy, man. Think about how many niggas on the podcast talking about how women ain't shit, but none of these niggas is talking about the real issue. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is talking about the real issue. Because, all right, let's do even more statistics. What's the percentage of men 25 to 44? Like how many men is that? How many men in America? How many men in America? And then I'll say, yeah, because I swear it ain't that many. It can't be. I know it's more than 15 million, but
$22 to $44, you said?
yeah.
Hey, Racine, we got no pen out here to sign in.
These niggas need you for everything, man.
Something like that.
Thank you.
These niggas need you for everything. Anyway, I'm sure. So basically,
I got it right here.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, it's a marker.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring out a pen in a little bit. U.S. population is about 335 to 347 million. 2023 to 2025 is the estimates. Roughly half of that population is male. So 347. People in their ages 20s, 21 to 30, and 30s, 31 to 40, each represent significant age cohorts.
So I got it. I got it.
Oh, you
so
got it?
15 light years is 150 million men, basically, and 15 million men on Grindr. That means that 10% of the niggas that you come into contact with, you see 10 niggas, one of those niggas is on Grindr, everybody. So keep that in mind, right? When you're hearing these conversations, if you see 10 niggas, one of them niggas
is batting for the other team.
Yeah, on the low. Just do the math. Do the math, okay? Don't get your feelings involved.
Just one of them niggas is a switch hitter. Pause.
And there's nothing wrong with it. My thing is niggas don't ever want to talk about it.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's wrong with it is that you niggas had to go so far to keep this shit a secret. That's the thing that's wrong with it.
And niggas that be mad at you for talking about it or bringing it up, like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, what's that experience like? Yeah.
There was
Like,
just a case. There was just a case. There was just a case that I saw the other day. A young man killed his partner because his partner didn't want to be honest about being gay. So he killed his partner, then killed himself. That is a real thing, right? When we talk about sexuality and we talk about men and we talk about masculinity, and then we talk about, but we never really have the conversations about the men who are portraying or playing a role for a particular type of attention or um, um, level of love in society from their people, whoever their people are, or whoever they deem their people to be. There is a huge subset of men who are pretending to be something that they're not and don't necessarily feel like they can be themselves in public. That is a big thing. You put that together with this so-called male loneliness thing, and now we talking. Because how many of those lonely males are just gay males?
can't really. I'm telling you, that's some shit that a nigga go through where he can't fully be in his skin for real.
He can't
I mean,
articulate that, bro.
you can't really bring it to the surface in a way where niggas can't elucidate the reality of the situation in normal conversation, right? So
Mm-mm.
they form like this LGBTQ and this social organization that is more centered in like negativity more than niggas. You know, back in the day when niggas was gay, it was more of a, for lack of better words, a beautiful expression of just what they was personally feeling. Now,
Yeah.
society is conditioning you to act in a certain way that goes against your overall disposition.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be
Yeah.
in the negative emotional space, and the negative emotional space is a blind spot for the black man.
One
Right?
thousand
That's a
percent.
blind spot for a nigga.
That's the same
Right?
spot that we put money in, which we're gonna break down later today, and it's the same spot that we put our women in. It's our blind spot. Men's, especially black men's, blind spot has to do with money and women and acceptance.
I'm telling you, and it's so, and it's very, very, very simple on how to like execute a paradigm shift, right? And what I mean by that is like if you're able to release the emotions that the, like, man, it's so much of what I've been saying for years, but I'm trying to condense it into a current reality. There's so many examples, but it's like I guess that's just the muscle memory that you got to develop in this thing. So I wouldn't want to take that away from an individual, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, man, if you could just simply release your emotions towards this matrix, and it's not to say stop loving people that you love, but it's to say, uh, I don't even know the right complete words to utter to
Detachment. There's a certain level of
detach.
detachment that has
Yeah,
to come with everything that you're doing. You know what I
that's
mean?
the
Like for you to be personally invested in everything and every morsel of everything that you're doing, certain things you have to detach yourself from. And that comes with a particular level of compartmentalization, right? Like you have to be able to separate. Like you can't put everything in the same bag and then draw from that same bag when it's time to do shit. Like you have to
so
separate.
that's the fucking spell right there. A nigga be on a
Mm-hmm.
panel talking about black men, talking about black women, and now we all in the same box. And then a nigga say,
Mm-hmm.
"No, I don't believe that. Oh, you being anecdotal. The statistics say that niggas ain't shit." Am I lying?
No. That's why it's funny, because you ain't lying.
You can't even begin to. I'll be just on people's, like, I'll be in people's chat and I'll say something and it might be disagreeable because I'm a disagreeable nigga. I'm never going to be an agreeable nigga to nothing. You feel me? I'm always going
Mm-hmm.
to be disagreeable. I'm accepted that about me. I like that
Mm-hmm.
about me. But beyond that point, nigga immediately go to ad hominem attacks and let me let's boot this nigga out the group and I don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
like, niggas get real mad, you know what I'm saying? And it be like, yo,
Whenever you challenge a nigga because he ain't never challenged his own ideologies, that's when the niggas start resulting to below the wayside fucking tactics and shit. Like, yeah, I gotta diss you now because now you making me think about some shit that I didn't previously think about on my own. So now I gotta insult you, nigga.
it's crazy.
It's like the why you using big word shit, nigga. Like that nigga. When we talk about Babylonian money magic,
I
what does
found
that
that.
mean?
Let's couch that real quick. I want to get your
Okay.
reaction to this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start at the point where I heard the conversation at. Mind you, I didn't hear the cold conversation. So just tell me if I'm tweaking.
Too, because if you listen to him, you're
You
gonna
hear?
fuck your brain cells up. That nigga's name is not 2K. His name is K2,
Can you hear?
bro.
Yeah, I can.
He one of them niggas. He just another Judas. You gotta say anybody that's with Anton. I mean, especially a damn man, a grown ass goddamn man.
So this nigga said any man that's with Anton is a Judas, right? And
Okay.
so and so I commented, if you talk about Anton at this point, it gotta be a rejection. And mind you, I'm just listening to what this nigga is saying. I wasn't even talking about Philosophical because Philosophical didn't say nothing about Anton from what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Right? Niggas is acting like you just hear the whole conversation. Mind you, this is 2 hours and 42 minutes into a 2 hour and 52-minute video. So I'm
Damn.
catching the tail end of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'm on the fucking Stairmaster, this nigga's videos is on. So I'm always catching his videos when I'm on the Stairmaster. And so I'm just going
Mm-hmm.
to comment what I think. And so I said, this nigga is projecting on Anton Daniels. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to hear how this nigga responded to me.
I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say that.
Any man,
I'm not gonna say
man,
that.
shoot.
It depends on what you justify. But
Okay.
him justifying that, he's an idiot. Because somebody could be with
Oh God,
Anton.
yeah.
Say, Anton, I don't agree with that. I don't think you should have said that. But let's get money together. You could do that.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But when
Yeah,
he
yeah. I
just
see
did
him
it,
there. Yeah, that was ignorant as fuck. Yeah.
he
Yeah, that
got
was
money.
ignorant.
The default ignorant nigga excuse for exactly these teenage mutant ninja niggas, man. These are genetically modified opinions. These people don't know what they be talking about, and all you need, yo, what is this dude talking about? Are you listening, bro? Why do you even come here? Hating on Anton at this point is projecting. What are we hating on? We're talking about a statement somebody made. Yo, I try to give
Correct
this
it.
guy a chance. He comes to my channel, act like he support, but he don't. The hood mystic, boo him the fuck out of here. He's always talking some stupid shit. Nobody's even, this is not even about Anton. This is about a statement that he made that was stupid and somebody else trying to project it. So I want you to tell me, hood mystic, what time and place is saying fuck Malcolm X warranted? Answer that for me. Hood.
You see how these niggas just crash out when you give them a different
Wow.
opinion?
Wow. Wow. He always over here fake supporting, get him the fuck up out of here. Like, you was thinking about that. Like, that was on your top. Like, that was behind, like, somewhere up here, your bandula oblongata. Like, you had that prepared. He always fakes it. What is fake support?
I don't know, bro. I don't
What the
know.
fuck does that mean?
I just have an opinion, and I throw a nigga a super chat because I would do that because that's just good energy. I
Because
don't.
that's what we do. That's what we do. Like that's what you do with the energy. Like you're supposed to transfer the energy. Like the
I
fuck.
didn't never. I don't got no ill. I see that I got an ill will towards the nigga. Not even like I don't care
There's
about
no
this
way
shit.
that he could derive an ill will from that statement that you made. Nah, he was just already on one, and he just wanted to stay on that one. He didn't want any deterrence away from that one that he was on. You know what I'm saying? Like when niggas is on they shit talking brigade, like they don't want to be interrupted. They just want to keep talking their shit. But
I
you
mean, but
online, bro. Like this is fair game. You online, bro. Like what is you
it's like
talking about?
I like same way with Deontay Kyle. Like I would be just commenting on this shit, just like I'm more or less. I guess I'm just an old school type of nigga, man. I call it straight
Mm-hmm.
down the middle, and if it's bullshit, I got kids, so I don't never bullshit my kids. I don't bullshit my wife. I don't bullshit you. I don't bullshit nobody. I gotta be real about this shit. But I'm saying that to say, niggas, if this is how you coming in 2026, I promise you, niggas don't like it. I
Promise you.
promise you, they don't.
Promise you. And you niggas is
I
starting
promise
off.
if niggas like you, you on some dick you on some weird shit. I promise you on some
Yeah,
weird shit. Niggas is
if you got niggas that's
coattailing.
following you doing that shit, like yeah, then them niggas ain't about nothing either. You could keep those followers. I don't want nothing to do with them kind of niggas. Like, bro, like it's critical thinking or it's nothing else. It's either your ideologies get challenged and we debate this thing out, or there's nothing else. There is no how you feel about a particular thing. That's just how it is, and so what? Niggas say fuck Malcolm X every day, B. Like, come on, bro. You niggas ain't moving the needle because of Malcolm X. Like, let's keep it a bean, right? Like, what is you talking about, bro?
Yeah, it's like I'm not even about to get into that conversation because who said
Fake
fuck
nigga
Malcolm X?
outrage.
Yes, who
And
said I
Anton
never.
said it. Anton said it. So he's trying to use that as a reason why he's going at Anton. That's what
Yeah,
he's
but this
using to
nigga have
substantiate
already
why going.
he already said it though. He
Yeah.
already said that Anton has said that. So
So
he going.
what is this now? A campaign to shame Anton into taking it back? Like I don't. These niggas is weird, bro. Niggas is weird. Oh, no more fake supporting from me neither, nigga. Like the fuck.
You know where your water meter is?
My water meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I need to turn the water off.
Okay.
Turn all the water off at the house at the meter.
For sure. I got you.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, sir.
Yeah.
which is called fractionalized banking.
Can you hear this?
And fractionalized banking is something that finance people understand.
Can you hear this?
And the people on the street, and when I say people on the street, that's where I was when I
Yeah, I
started
can hear it.
Wall Street, would find it impossible to believe. Impossible. Why? Bannon Bank, I give you $1, just one single dollar. In our system of banking, I would say, okay, Steve, I gave you $1. How much could you lend out to your friends? And your natural reaction would be probably something less than $1 because I want to keep something in my pocket. The way our system works is if you as a bank are holding my dollar, you can lend out an additional $8 or $9. No, it's impossible. I only have $1, Jeffrey. We have something called fractionalized reserves, which is if you have 1, you can lend out 9. That's the way our system works. And so not only do world leaders not understand banking, but the man on the street, my father who worked in the park department, it would be beyond his imagination that people could lend out more money than they actually had in their pocket. If the public understood that the bank really doesn't have their money at any one time, one of the things during the Depression, there were runs on the bank. The reason the banks don't keep much money in the actual bank is they assume that not everyone's going to want their money on the same day. So it's not really the fear of inflation. The fear is a run on the bank. Everybody wants to take out something that doesn't really exist.
Was you able to hear that? Yo.
I heard you, my G. I'm just putting their food out. I was just
Mhm.
yeah, putting it. I could hear you though. I heard everything.
Oh shit. um, would you rather drop the chocolate off so I can just stay here with them?
Yeah. What is
Okay.
it? Nothing.
No, it's already paid for. So you put it like in the mailbox or anything. So basically, I want to rewind this part right here. Let me know if you could hear it.
A fundamental part of money, which is called fractionalized banking. And fractionalized banking is something that finance people understand, and the people on the street, and when I say people on the street, that's where I was when I started on Wall Street, would find it impossible to believe.
So when you think about something that's impossible to believe, that's related to magic. And when you think about the central banker being more powerful than the United States government or the Israeli Jewish state or any conceivable power structure, the central bankers run the whole entire gamut through the modality of creating money, but also fostering support of a system, right? The most important thing about this particular money system is how so many people rely on banks. When the institution of a bank is entirely a scam, and it's like the ways for which or the reasons why a person need to have a bank account, um it's like it really boggles the mind. But I say all of this to say I understand how magic and modern economics really merge and come to a complete and total consensus when it comes to when it comes to what we don't know and how we're unable to put this shit together. Because at the end of the day, right, I'll just read it from here and explain my thought. Ancient Babylonians believed that wealth and money were the result of magical forces. They believed that certain spells and rituals could be performed in order to bring about abundance. And this knowledge was passed down through generations. This knowledge was later adopted and adapted by the Khazarian mafia, who rebranded themselves the Knights Templar and the Rothschild. And this particular paradigm and concept makes me think about how people would, do a money spell or, do different types of superstitions and hoodoo and voodoo to get money, and people will backstab for money. because it is a particular paradigm that people think that money is ruled by some particular magical force. But I find that it's really just the people in control that's like hiding behind all of this like technical jargon, that if you step behind the veil, you would just realize that it was basic common sense and more of doing it, and you already know how to do it. You know people that do it, and you could look at the world and see like everybody not struggling, you know, everybody not homeless, everybody not poor. Some people is doing well. What's the difference between a person that's on welfare versus a person that's making thousands of dollars? And I wrestled with this question for years, and I've heard it. And to intellectualize it, it's like, oh yeah, you got to change your vibration, you got to change your frequency, and money will come to you. And it's like hearing that, intellectualizing that is not the actual work of actually doing it. It's clear.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That
I'm
damn
sorry,
right.
I didn't. You probably heard my dinner announcement too. My bad. Sorry, y'all. I'm at work. I'm multitasking. All right, so I done with all of that. So my question for you would be this: for since the beginning of time, or at least since the beginning of my existence, for in some way, shape, or form, money has always been tied to some form of righteousness, some level of you do good, you get good. Like, you remember those things when we was growing up, right? You do the right thing, you get the right things. And for some reason, I know especially in the melanated community, money is tied to morals and therefore also tied to the man. What say you about that?
Well, we got to always start from a particular level of reality. So
Mm-hmm.
the value of a dollar, let's give me a year, any year, in like 60s, 70s, 30s, 40s, whatever year, just give me a year.
All right, say 79. Yeah, I was born.
The value of a dollar in 1979. The purchasing power is approximately $4.46. So that $1, right,
Mm-hmm.
is four. The dollar was $4 worth more. So just if you got $40, well, I'm horrible at
4
math.
times
40,
4 is
40
816. That's
times
24.
four.
32. 32.
So if you had $40 in 1979, that would be the equivalent of 160,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you had $100, you would be having an equivalent of $400. So you could buy the same thing with $100 in 1979 that you need to spend $400 for in
Today.
2026,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So if you're not factoring this, and it's no different in the particular level of wages, if you factor in rent, if you factor in everything that niggas got to pay for now, right? In 1979, you didn't have to pay for a Spotify account, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying all of this to say it's much harder financially for a person today than it was then. So what is actually forcing people to do, and this is the we on the frontiers of reality right now.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
conversation that we're having today, Serpent, we done did this many times throughout the years where we'll have a conversation and then 2 years, niggas will be talking about it like it's just an everyday conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
we literally heard this man talk about fractionalized banking.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality of money is that it's not real. Okay. That's the reality of it. But it's this value tied to it in this particular sphere and paradigm. People are going to awaken to the reality of, do we accept this fiat currency paradigm, or do we accept this banking paradigm? If they
Mm-hmm.
can turn $10 into one, why can't I? And literally, you can, right? If the bank is going to do currency trading, they're going to invest in stocks, bond, all the shit that you can do, right? But
Mm-hmm.
most people are not going to do it because they feel as though the system is against you, but you're against yourself if you don't
Is it
play.
just that though? You think it's just that we think that, or that, people think that general, like the system is against them? Is it just that though?
People think that the financial system is against them 100%, but the same way as you would think that darkness is against you because you keep tripping over the corner of the table and it keeps hurting
In the dark.
in the dark. You keep bump. You ever you ever
You
seen
walk
one of the
past the
metal
light.
parts to the bed?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
metal
yeah.
part to the edge of the bed. You keep
Mm-hmm.
scraping
Mm-hmm.
your shin up against it in the dark, and you like, man, I hate the darkness. But the moment you cut the light on, you'll see, oh, that's just the edge of the bed. I don't even have to hit the edge of the bed. People are
I
in the
mean,
darkness. When we talk
yeah.
about money, people are going to shut the conversation down. They're going to drone out. They're going to say, oh, well, you know, whatever, man. They're not going to talk about it because the sphere of money is only related to the money that you have. That is magical within itself because, in reference to every
Whoa, back
system
up.
of,
Back up. You not gonna just skirt past that, nigga. Nah, back the fuck up, nigga. Wait. You said your relation to money is only what?
your
Like
relationship
based
to
on.
money is only related to your relationship to your own bank account. So the nature of money generally escapes the average individual or human being because the ways for which money works, the ways for which money works is something that you can know about. Niggas could have been 10x in their money since they were 16.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we was trying to fuck on bitches and listen to the latest and greatest 50 Cent mixtape and, oh, it's a party tonight. Oh man, I wish I had some money so I could get this outfit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga touch plenty of paper in their life, right? But
Mm-hmm.
if you made 100,000 in your life, you could have 10x that to a million.
Yeah, how much do
You,
melanated people spend yearly?
enough to fund a small country.
Yeah, we've definitely touched some paper in our lifetime. Yeah, I know, especially like at my age, like I remember being young and looking at the old folks like, why is y'all always asking for money? And now I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, like I know why that shit bothered me when I was young, because y'all motherfuckers had the opportunity to teach the next generation this shit, and y'all couldn't teach them it because y'all didn't know it yourself.
Yeah, they didn't. Nobody knows that the bank is turning $1 into $10. I don't think nobody has really settled in on that, right?
That because it hasn't been elucidated on a grand scale.
Nah. I'm looking at it on YouTube. It's just obscure ass videos talking about it, right? It's people talking about it. It's people that knows about it. But man, nobody in this world cares.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
And so I'm saying all of this to say, imagine if everybody took their money out of a bank.
Oh man. Oh man. Some people gonna get met with the no, not right now. Some people gonna get hit with the not right nows, right? Like if
So
everybody did it at one time, somebody gonna get the not right now, right?
I dare you, if you got 6 figures in the bank right now, to go to the
Mm-hmm.
bank tomorrow
And the nigga
and
tell you no.
and empty out your bank account. I bet you're not going to be able to do it. And
Nope.
I want you to think about that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
More money, more problems. Better believe it, he said.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it more why did Big drop that prophecy? Do you know when he came up with that song they killed him? More
Mm-hmm.
money, more problems. Why is more money, more problems?
Mm-hmm. Because the more money you get, the more people you got to keep quiet. The more
No,
people you got to
because
keep happy.
you getting more beds in the darkness with extra long sharpie things at the end that's going to scrape your legs every time you walk by it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the darkness and money is beds and you get
Mm-hmm.
more beds in your room, but you never cut on the light, you will have more problems trying to make it through your room.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able
Imagine
to
if
maneuver in there.
imagine if the beds is filled from top to bottom, wall to wall.
Where you going?
More beds, more problems, right? More money, more problems. Niggas
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand Biggie. Niggas will dance to that song right now
And
and
still
not
can't tell you what
under.
that meant.
They don't get it, right? Because the average nigga thinks more money, more well-being,
Happiness.
more
Yeah. Yeah.
more happiness, more joy.
Mm-hmm.
But when
Mm-hmm.
what was oh yeah, the nigga Jeffrey Epstein, that interview, he was talking about finances like the circulatory system to the body. He said finances is like air. He's like cash flow,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you don't have cash flow, you don't got shit going. But if you got cash flow, you got air. So when they was
Mm-hmm.
talking about like the Lehman Brothers in the 2008 crash and why the government bailed them out, because if you let Lehman Brothers Bank go into bankrupt, you got basically millions of people that don't can't go to the bank and withdraw no money. That
Mm-hmm.
would be catastrophic. The government
Yeah.
had to bail them out. So it was just one of those things where it's like you start to understand business at a certain type of level. Like I'm just the shit that I'm talking about right now, Serpent, is so fucking real and it can change your life overnight, but you
Mm-hmm.
gotta stop caring, right? You gotta understand like the process of just being intuitive, I guess, and just being in the flow of this shit because it's like these niggas is already using this shit on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. So it's like you why not learn the ins and outs of the thing that you already using so you can actually utilize it to your benefit as opposed to just using it by default.
Yeah, it's like, man, I'm not about to jump into it all willy-nilly, but I'm just getting the cord for my extra monitor. I'm trying to set up my extra monitor. I'm about to just open the markets back up and just I'm about to really, like I'm telling you, it's just like, bro, it's just what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a level of human beingness in reference to the level that we exist on. To whereas a person can make $5,000 a day doing commodity trading or futures trading, and a nigga be like, "Damn, bro, I'm really struggling here financially." But it's a nigga that just closed his trade out at the end. Nigga closed his trade out just now with a and went to go deposit his shit to his bank account,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I don't think that when it says that the Khazarians and their successors have used money magic to enslave humanity, I honestly am under the impression, back to what we was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
humanity has enslaved itself through its inability to regulate its emotions based on psyop after psyop. Niggas from Nipsey Hussle to Chadwick Boseman to Ti to I don't know, just all of the shit that be happening. Niggas be talking about it. Man, I was going to sleep. I was microdosed. I just had a fucking like a Philando Castile throwback and the
Mm-hmm.
Alton Sterling and the fucking Mike Brown and the George Floyd. I had a flashback of all that energy, and it's like, man,
Did you see the AI meme niggas created? The fucking Sorrow joint when they did one that turned from Trayvon Martin into all of them.
nah,
You
but
might have saw that. You might have saw that.
it might have triggered in my subconscious because it or it's just a part of the stream of consciousness because it's like we gonna always if we gods and we the true pharaohs and we the original people, then we can't understand nobody oppressing us, enslaving us, or nothing. If we feel that way, we have to begin to realize that we're doing it to ourselves and
Mm-hmm.
what can we do to get out of it. And
Mm-hmm.
my thing is like energy is up for grabs. I promise you it's up for grabs. I promise you it's right under your fingertips. You might not even see it or even know it. But if you
Mm-hmm.
begin to really just detach from the fact of having it or not having it, just really just detach from the idea altogether and
Mm-hmm.
whatever it takes for you to get into a different type of flow state, the ideas is just right there. It's just more of like being able to channel it and get to a point where it's visible for you. So the idea is awakening and opening your eyes, and it's like I just been on this kind of wave where it be obstacles all the time, but I just be like navigating that shit now. Like it
Mm-hmm.
don't even like I can wake up to 28 problems, no cap, and by the end of the day I done solved 29 problems. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But it's like it's just this information that's on the planet right now and the shift of energy that I don't think people is kind of fully aware to. Cause it's like the reality of money in your mind or your perception is not the reality of money in reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your reality is limited through your perception. And your
How do
perception,
we? No, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying your perception is limited through your emotions, but that's it.
How or can we get the collective to separate morals and money?
So I did a video, and I'm just paraphrasing because I do a lot of videos, but I was basically saying how magic is doing the impossible, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a statement that I made, and that was kind of what I was trying to convey to the collective that magic is doing the impossible, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
want you to listen to what he says.
A fundamental part of money, which is called fractionalized banking. And fractionalized banking is something that finance people understand, and the people on the street, and when I say people on the street, that's where I was when I first street, would find it impossible to believe.
So the first level that I'm putting down to the collective is this. If you don't believe that you can do the impossible, then you won't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I can't inject belief into a nigga.
No. No, you
So
cannot.
the modality is the first step to joining AA is to admitting that it's a higher power, that
Mm-hmm.
you cannot stop drinking Schlitz malt liquor bull on Sunday. And there's nothing that you can do. You got to submit the urges and desires to the higher power, and you will go through a 12-step program, and it will change your life. And the
Mm-hmm.
first step of the program was you submitting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Admitting and acknowledging you have a problem.
And that you can't do shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
You have no control over the currents of the energy. Your job is to open yourself up and be a portal or a vessel to an abundance of energy that's on the planet right now. So I say this all to say, don't consume, don't waste. If you don't want to think about stocks or Webull or no shit like that or crypto or nothing until you get your nest egg together. First off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that means if you're making $5 an hour and you
Mm-hmm.
get a measly paycheck, you still gonna have to save.
Still got to put something away,
You
no
gotta
matter
still,
what.
no matter what your situation is, you stripping and you only made $10. Well, bitch, you gotta save five. You can't spend the whole 10.
Talk about Teresa said she was gonna do my nails, and I
Yeah,
could give her
no,
the rest of it next week.
no,
No,
no, no, no,
fuck them nails.
no.
Fuck them nails.
You get your nest egg. Once you get your nest egg, then you start diversifying your portfolio. You want to try Webull. Stocks is real easy. It's a small learning curve. If you don't want to get into stocks but you want to invest, download the Robinhood app.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you get paid, you put a percentage into your Robinhood. And
Another
you
good
just keep
one is raw money too.
more money, and you could get like crypto.com and just buy Bitcoin. Even if the shit is 150, if the shit is 75, just buy Bitcoin or buy some altcoin or whatever, because they not gonna scare me. Because soon
Mm-mm.
as niggas saying Bitcoin is over and it never bounce back, that shit will be at 300,000. And y'all
Yeah, that
niggas
should
gonna
be at half a
wish,
mil.
you
Yep.
gonna
Mm-hmm.
wish you would have bought it when it was at 76.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a
whatever
fact.
goes
And you
up
could get
comes
Bitcoin
down.
right from your Cash App. So there is no excuses. You can get Bitcoin right from your Cash App right now.
Yeah.
You can get Bitcoin from your PayPal. Like you can get Bitcoin
And
anywhere.
and say for instance Bitcoin goes down 50%, right? That is still better to me than buying a fucking double cheeseburger every day. Cause you're just gonna eat that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker and be out of shape. At least you tried, right? And Bitcoin is just one area of diversifying your portfolio. Maybe you wanted to get into real estate. Once you got that nest egg, now you could diversify your time. You could part time your job, right, and get into real
Mm-hmm.
estate school for a couple of months till you get your real estate license and start getting into that. But
Mm-hmm.
a nigga is not going to tell me that they can't accomplish something with a long term plan. I'm not going to accept that from a nigga.
No,
Okay. You're going to tell
no.
me what you want to do, and you're going to come up with a long term plan, and you're going to get there.
But
Because it's
also
shit out here. Go ahead.
you're not gonna be playing around. You're not gonna be playing around and still doing the fuck shit while you trying to accomplish your goal. Neither at the same time.
That's
Like
that's why the first rule is detachment. The first rule is detachment, and you gotta sometimes, in the program, because I'm well versed in the program, many people join the program, but the number one thing people do when they in the program is what? Relapse. What is
mm-hmm,
relapse? They know they don't need to drink, but they start
mm-hmm,
drinking again. They relapse. The person that's serious about sobriety, if you're serious about money, you're serious about finances, you tired of being broke, you want to level up your fucking life wherever you at, then you're willing to sacrifice what it means to be a fucking normal human being and be an extraordinary individual and put yourself in those types of positions.
yeah.
And nothing that's going to stop you. the
Yeah,
idea.
it's an easy fix, really. It should be an easy fix because if your goal is
It's
not
simple.
if your goal is not worth more than that thing you want to do every day, then you don't really have a goal anyway.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm over it. Really, it's like I've been listening to Public Enemy today.
Oh, word.
Yeah, because I was like, man, what would Public Enemy sound like in 2026? You
Mm.
know, because niggas is not even caring about the black revolt,
Mm-mm.
right?
The revolution was supposed to be not televised, but it seems like it's televised to me right now. Like it's not necessarily a revolution no
Niggas going
more.
to the Grammys talking about immigrants built this country. Foundational
Niggas
Black
is
Americans
weird.
ain't outside. Like what in the
Niggas
hell?
is weird, man. This shit is weird. On another note, I heard they found some more temples, some more pyramids.
I ain't hear about that.
Yeah, in the States.
I heard them. Here I come. Okay, you heard about that? You heard about that Michael Jackson biopic?
I heard they were talking about it, but what
Oh, you
happened?
haven't seen it? Bro.
No, no.
All right. You said hold up. Okay, I'm about to play it for you, bro. Be prepared to be blown away, bro. This the coolest shit ever right here, bro. You put out a more recent one. I'm trying to find it. Wait till you see this shit. I bet you be like, dog, I can't wait till April. Can't wait. Wait till you see this shit. Can you hear?
No, not yet.
Oh shit.
I have all these ideas in my head.
Yeah, I'm excited, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Oh yeah, that's Antoine Fuqua, nigga. Like that's not nobody, nigga. That's Antoine Fuqua. That's training day. Antoine Fuqua, nigga. What the fuck?
You niggas will
Oh,
be
hell
playing
yeah.
basketball in Pelican Bay when I'm done with you.
Shoot program, nigga. Yeah, Antoine Fuqua, that nigga. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's lit right there. Well, it's good that they got a brother to tell the story too. So I
That
appreciate
sounds like
that.
one of Michael Jackson's little nephews and shit.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, real talk.
Is that really family?
Really family.
That nigga looked like a clone. He looked like AI. Did not look like a real person.
That's what my wife just said. Yeah, and I don't know. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be. I don't know. Nowadays, shit be kind of weird, but I hope it's a good
Yeah.
movie.
I mean, they
Niggas
got to do
talking
him
about
righteous, man. Yeah, that. I don't know that shit. What's your take on that, though? Right? How that shit won all of the nominations, but won none of the shits. What's your take on that?
Golden Globes. Man, that movie was bad, bro. I don't know what they got going on, bro. It's some weird. That's what I'm saying, man. It's just always weird shit going on. Kendrick Lamar won either 17 or 27 Grammys. How many Grammys does Kendrick Lamar got?
I think 10. I think he got 10.
No, this nigga got 27 Grammys, bro.
No, I think he got 10 this year, though, I'm saying.
Man, nah, bro. That's
He got more than
crazy.
10?
I'm just saying he didn't need none, bro. He didn't
deserve
Grammy,
10.
bro.
He didn't deserve 10. No, he didn't deserve none of that shit.
This
but
nigga have 27 Grammys all time, bro. That's crazy.
you know
not
why?
that nice.
You know why? Because I don't believe Nas has one.
Nah.
How is that possible?
If Nas don't got one Grammy, I'm never watching the Grammys again. All right, cut it back on. One Grammy, bro. I'll be right back.
Bro. All right.
The American dream is not dead. Your life is not horrible. This is the best time in the history of man to be alive. There's more opportunity now, more chance to be somebody, more chance to build wealth and change your family tree. It's easier now at this moment than at any time in human history.
Easier? I don't know, Dave. I gotta disagree with you on this one. I mean, is there more opportunity and resources to make it into the top 10% today for the American dream? Absolutely. But you know the group that's been left behind? The typical essential workers. I mean, if you look back to 1996, 30 years ago, Americans fall in love. They're making 46 grand, which is more than the median household income back then. They want to buy the median house, $120,000, 20% down, 24 grand, 6 months of savings, 7.8% interest rate, payment out the door, $840, 22% of their gross income. Beautiful. Today, 2 EMTs, fall in love, $90K, $405,000 for the median house, 20% down payment, $80K, almost an entire year of both their salaries, 6% interest rates, out the door, $24.50 for their payment, 33%. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. $46,000 to $90,000 adjusted for inflation is a 0% increase for their wages. Yet the housing went up 67%, healthcare on the employee portion, 190% increase, groceries 125%, college 150%, cars 90%, all adjusted for inflation. And EMTs is just an example for my story. The typical essential worker, EMT, 911 dispatcher, nursing aide, medical assistant, forklift operator, warehouse worker, delivery driver, utility worker, construction laborer, electrician apprentice, sanitation worker, bus driver, maintenance, security guard, school custodian. Typical essential jobs have been left behind. At best, they've had a 5 to 10% wage increase where everything else has increased this much. They have been left behind. These are essential jobs that just 30 years ago could buy a house, raise a family, and live the American dream. So the American dream is alive and well, but you got to be in the top 20%. What happens to the people in the bottom 80%?
So basically, people's wages have stayed the same while everything has raised up. So even though things have inflated, it's like one of these things where we're either going to wait for the world to change or we going to change with the world. You know, um,
But it's almost like the money had a head start, right? Or the institutions and the businesses had an extra head start, right? So how do we get to a point where the people can actually say they are caught up?
I think when I'm asking Spirit that question, and when I get the answer that I got to that question was that whatever level you at, you can level up. You're not going to be able to climb the mountaintop, but you can put your family and you can put yourself in the best next thing.
In the vicinity.
Yeah, you could just level up. You ain't going to be the CEO of the company next year, but you could
be the founding father, though. You could be the founding father, though.
You could always get into another mode or another groove, right? But the first thing is you got to believe the impossible if it is in fact impossible. If see the thing is this, if you're not doing magic, what is you doing? But the way of doing magic is you can't be regular and do magic. You got to do the impossible and do magic. And I'm not talking about alakazam, alakazam. I'm
It's not
just talking
impossible.
about. I'm just talking about just having a detached mental state. And like, if you just say like, "All right, spirit, I'm gonna let you lead me today."
Hmm.
Something as simple as that. I'm not even going to even get myself in the mindset of woe is me today,
Hmm.
just for today. And I'm gonna see what happened. That's what I literally did, bro.
Hmm.
That's what I literally did. I said, all right, I'm gonna just follow spirit, and just the ideas just came to me, and then I just came through with like just this killer idea, and I'm like, all right, I just need to just work on it. And before that, it's just like I just didn't fit. This my mindset wasn't positive, I guess. So
Uh-huh.
when your mindset not positive, you can't expect positive things to happen. And it might not be something that you do. It might be something outside of you that you allowing to affect and misdirect your mindset. If that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
How did a schmuck like you get on the board of Rockefeller? What year was that?
I don't remember, late, I think 89 or 91. There was a money manager who said, Rockefeller needs someone with financial expertise. The most important thing was your name. If you were Rockefeller, you already were considered to be brilliant. If you were head of General Motors, it was your reputation. It was who you knew, who your family was, what was your character. The most important parts of business were really now going to calculations. So it's not only mathematics, but it's things that could be calculated. Reputation couldn't be calculated. I could give you, are you a 10 on a reputation scale, an 8? What does it mean to have a measurement of your reputation? We'll get to that later. But places like Rockefeller needed someone to say, look, we're entering a different world where numbers and the numbers of companies, portfolio management was going to be balanced. It was going to be statistical. Jeffrey, could you come on the board?
How did
So you get what I'm saying when I'm saying that it was a point in time where even the Rockefellers didn't even understand money. More money, more problems.
Yeah, I understand what you mean now. So
They,
it was almost like they stumbled onto something by inadvertently, and then looked up and was like, "Oh shit, we got all of this, but we don't necessarily know what to do with it." Type shit. It's like having a
yeah,
lot of it's like having a lot of jewelry but nowhere to wear it.
and nobody to appraise it, right? So if you have a chain that's worth $500,000, what does that mean, really? This don't mean that I paid $500,000. It's worth $500,000. You could have paid. There's niggas that I know that bought houses and thinking that was going to be worth something. They get it appraised, and it ain't worth the amount that they paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the appraise is the true value. So
Mm-hmm.
when you say I got something that's worth this, that, and the third, most niggas don't even.
Minus the appraisal, you're not really saying much.
You're not saying a lot. Because when it come down to a appraisal, that's where
Mm-hmm.
shit get sticky. You trying to sell it for 50, the appraisal say it's worth 10.
Yeah, you try to squeeze 40 more out that bitch.
No, the foundation cracked here, the plumbing bad, this, that, like it's get crazy at that particular point. So I say all of that to say, man, you can have the most expensive and the most money, but that don't mean you know about money. And this is how these people take control. So I'm gonna scream it to the rooftops. If you wanna get out of your financial struggle, a lump sum of money ain't going to help you in a way you think it's going to help you. It might help you in the meantime, in between time, but the leak is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized in my life, I kept getting myself back in these same situations. It's always down to the last minute. I'm always crunching and running. I'm always putting it together. I'm always, I get an extension on that. I pay it in the next couple of
Mm-hmm.
days. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't got shit to do with the Illuminati.
Illuminati ain't got nothing to do with why I need an extension on my bill, sir. Like,
Nah. They not enslaving us. I got more than enough opportunity. I have way more than enough opportunity, way more than enough chances. And you know, at this particular age, at this particular stage, I feel as though the rest of my life I can only get it right. I don't got chances to play around, lay around, and stay around. My son told me yesterday. My son told me yesterday. That's what, Dad. You don't even got no hoes. I said, brother. He did. He did, man. He did. He's like, Dad,
is that a song? Is that a song?
You know it was. You know it was. Like, I ain't had hoes since you was born, brother.
Yo, he said that shit with a straight face too. He thought he was, cracking on you.
I had hoes selling it, brother. You don't even understand, brother. Like, that nigga made me mad, bro. I wanted to go get me a suit or something, bro.
You had that Will Ferrell flashback?
Man, my name is Gator, bitch. Gator, bitch. It just came back to me real fast. I was like, what the fuck?
What baby is that?
Nah, man. When Azor was born, man, I gave up the streets and got a job at the Gap. This nigga don't even understand the sacrifices I made. He don't get it.
Sacrifices, little nigga.
Man, I had it, bro. I had a strong grip, man.
Old when your son tell you ain't got no hoes, nigga. You know like you old, son.
Hoes. I said, man, you'll see this coming.
Did you feel old in that minute? Tell the truth. Keep it a buck.
Nah, I already. I'm putting my plans to actions on a nigga. Nigga gonna be. I'm gonna fucking take this nigga's breath away. I'll tell you. Everybody be like, damn. I ain't know you had that in you, Kai. So I said, man, y'all niggas just. I've been sacrificing everything for y'all ungrateful ass niggas.
Don't pull out the fishbowl high heels. Don't do it to them.
Nah,
don't do it to them.
I'm making niggas gas. I'm making niggas gas for air. I can't. Niggas catch a heart attack. I'm telling you, I'm not playing around in 2026. I'm not, bro. I promise you. This nigga, he awoken a beast, bro.
Oh my god.
You got no hoes, Dad. I'm like,
I ain't used to flash on you niggas, but now I am.
I got it now. I'm trying to be respectable for y'all niggas. I'm trying to be upstanding. Listen, these kids have not ever seen me cycle through bitches. I never showed them.
So they don't know about the pimp lord that is the whole
I never just brought them around. Like never really, bro. I never even lived that life around them.
Let's keep it a bean. I've known you for a while. You sheltered them for a little bit.
They still do. This is
but
Detroit.
You did that. But you did that for protection reasonings. Like there's a reason for that shit. Like
I look at it like this, right? Is it kids in Kentucky?
I would think so.
Is Is it kids in Idaho? Is it kids all over the country? Do
Mm-hmm.
every kid gotta go to Detroit public school to exist in the
Mm-mm.
world? Neither
Nope.
do my kids. Neither do my kids. So that's how I look
Mm-hmm.
at it. If everybody don't gotta get initiated in Detroit public schools, then my kids don't either. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I've seen these little niggas work, man, and it is diabolical, son.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
I appreciate you know how I feel. I appreciate the fact that not only are you a ever present father, but you're an active father. So like, yeah, like I appreciate the fact that you honed in on this is my responsibility. I'm gonna do this shit the way I want to do it. Like, because parents nowadays just send their kids to the fucked up school and say, what else am I going to do? Like, wait for the
Yeah.
fucking count, wait for the county to do something. Like, nah, son. Nah, son. I appreciate that shit. Like, nah, fuck all of that. My kids don't need to be initiated by this street shit y'all niggas got going on. We good over here.
These kids want to be gang. I know. I turned into a gangster. I was never a gangster ass nigga
Mm-mm.
growing
Mm-mm.
up. That should have turned you, bro. That should have turned you fast and bad. You know, and I know how
Quick
these
as
niggas get.
hell. Quick as hell.
If you lose your kid, understand and understand that nigga gone. You know what I'm
That
saying?
nigga
And
gone.
that,
You never getting him back.
yeah, and he's subject to all the types of violence and crime that this country can offer, and
Mm-hmm.
it is breathtaking to
Yes,
say
it
the least.
is.
You know, so I say, hopefully these kids will get to the point where they'll be entrepreneurs, and that'll be that.
And they can hand you a couple dollars, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to raise businessmen. To be like 18, you can go to college, do whatever you want to do. But I
Mm-hmm.
hope that you understand and understand you're gonna have to buy low and sell high. You're gonna
For
have to
real, for real.
cut a cow open and sell cow liver or something. You're gonna have to sell grapes. You're gonna
You
have
gonna
to
you gonna have to realize you can't save the same amount everybody else save. You're gonna have to save a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? You can't work the same hours everybody else work. You're gonna have to work a little bit more. Like you just can't do the same thing that everybody else is doing. You're gonna have to understand that.
we live in a real world. We live in a real world. And that's one of the main things that's hard to teach kids nowadays. That's one of the real most kids, most women don't realize we live in a real world. So the way that the spirit is kind of turning it is like, when you're in that transformation phase, motherfuckers think you going crazy, but at the end of the day, when you like, all right, well, this is the way it's supposed to be, like it's just you just gonna have to compel and take people's breath away because you're making
Mm.
all your decisions is right.
Yeah,
So a nigga
people are
like
not used to
Jeffrey,
seeing a nigga grow his butterfly wings after being a caterpillar.
no, a nigga like Jeffrey Epstein got all the money in the world because he understand how shit works. He is
Mm-hmm.
evil, and if you decide to invest every dollar and stretch it into 10, and you
You
keep
evil
doing
too.
it,
You
if you
evil.
run up $1 million, nigga,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna be evil. Niggas gonna think you know dark magic and spell work.
Mm-hmm. By the end of
This
the week,
nigga,
they're gonna say you worship the devil, nigga. By the end of the week, you're gonna be in the Illuminati by next month, nigga.
because you did algebra, you solve for X, right? That's the
Mm-hmm.
basic premise of the thing, right? How do you solve a problem? How do you
How do
put
you equate for
down a
X?
mystery? How do you
Mm-hmm.
equate for X? What is X? What is that hidden variable? It's so many different things and so many different ways from which you can enter into this particular dimension and paradigm. And it's like really sitting back, settling into an idea, really buckling down and selling it, putting a campaign behind it, live and breathe what you sell, or just I mean, the fire is already within you. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
just got to make the agreement to just spread that motherfucker. You know, and these
Mm-hmm.
niggas, they not doing nothing that niggas haven't already did or can't do, but the programming is the nigga codes, right? The nigga
Yeah.
conversation, the Anton Daniels versus Corey Holcomb syndrome, right? It's all happening at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got
It's
one.
not by mistake neither.
It's not. It's showing you Anton Daniels a rich man, and he can't even regulate his emotions. That's letting you know he don't understand and overstand the ways for which money even work. Because like any person that can get a lot of money from a settlement, right? That don't mean you wise.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't mean that you did something special. So in essence, it basically means like you don't get to treat people as if you are better than them because in actuality you're not. Somebody gave you something and you're able to live your life based off of what somebody left you and gave you. It's not necessarily because you did something great that made you this capable individual who's allowed to move in and around different fields and different avenues and different places of economic ventures. Like your whole everything comes from someone leaving you something and handing it to you.
And really that's the paradigm. And there's some people that, you know how to hustle, know how to grind, and whatever the case may be. But what I'm talking about is something much more sublime and something much more long lasting that you could then begin to utilize it in the way of the Rothschilds, in the way of the Jewish mafia, where we all can eat. So the
Mm-hmm.
paradigm, I don't think we said this on live, but you got to actually think about luxury stores and luxury shopping. To the average person, that's just unbelievable money. But to a
Mm-hmm.
person that takes $1 and makes it into 10, is how you're supposed to live. It's really how
Mm-hmm.
you separate the classes of people. And it's like you might want to get there and you might want to uplift and help people to get there. And this is the what I'm time will tell, but eventually the idea is the secret society and all of the ways in which a person is supposed to live in the world, understanding and understanding the paradigm of money from a magical perspective. Whether it is you know about the stocks and I know about the currency exchange and Jabri know about the crypto and we all simultaneously make moves in all of those particular areas at the same time and invest in our life insurance policy and all go in on a bond. I'm just speaking hypothetical, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
reference to consistently making sound financial decisions,
Yeah. Yeah.
either that or just complain about what white people have been doing and listening to listening to Public Enemy, that let me know that niggas have been basically black men have been more or less deleted out the picture for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So a certain level of re-education needs to be implemented.
Yeah. One would think at least because where's the education at? Because clearly there's something that needs to be taught in this realm. Am I missing something here in that and thinking that? If you were
I
going to turn
think
this into a curriculum, what would you start with?
I will start with foreign exchange.
And
And
why is that? Why would you start with foreign exchange?
because it's universal, it's matter of fact, it's based on calculations and intuition and also whether you're willing to incorporate fundamentals in your trading versus if you go and bullshit yourself by trying to figure out an imaginary angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the Fed is having a 2% interest rate drop and they do it on Tuesday, you should know exactly what that means and whether you should buy or sell on the dollar, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you want to start there. You want to get a fundamental understanding of markets, and you want to get a set of calculations. You want to get a journal, and you want to record, and you want to understand and understand what a derivative is. You want to know what a future is. You want to know what a stock price is. You want to know the best time to buy. You want to know the best time to sell. What does it mean when I buy a stock? What it mean when
Mm-hmm.
I sell a stock? Now, these are terms that when I say it on the front end, you say I don't know that, I can't know that, I don't want to know that, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's the limit that we at with niggas, because
Mm-hmm.
you everything that I'm saying, you can know this shit like the back of your hand if you just sit with
So
a notebook long enough. It's about calculations. It's not about feelings. It's not about emotions. It's about calculations. It's not even about smart. It's about calculations. So a calculation is 12 times 2 equals 24.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Fed, the interest rates. So I would my curriculum would also be on detachment and meditation
Okay.
and coming and studying finances from a level of detachment, from a level of meditation, from a level of magic, from really getting into this particular science in a way where since it's known, you should know it. And the magic is in giving you other shit to worry about other than the
Mm-hmm.
shit that they're actually doing.
Okay.
Because they're not doing magic. They're just banking. They going to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go to work at the bank.
Yeah, today to them it's every day, so it doesn't come across as magic, or it doesn't seem like it's magic to them because it's baked in their repetition now. That ritual has been copied and duplicated so many times that now it's second nature.
Another thing I would do, I would start a brand new LLC
Okay.
and build business credit from the ground up, starting with Granger accounts. And everybody's first project is to order a box of pens from Granger for free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, off of your
Mm-hmm.
business credit.
Mm-hmm.
And if Granger don't accept you, we'll find a place that will let us get business credit at the lowest of levels. A place that I know give business credit is Uline. They sell
Mm-hmm.
boxes and tape and all that. They will give you
Mm-hmm.
business credit. So um, I would do that too. Because once again, the goal is to leverage debt. You can save up $500,000 to buy a house, or you can utilize a $500 credit line to buy a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's definitely going to take you a lot longer to bag up $500,000 as opposed to you
Most
accumulating
human
that much
beings
in
don't
credit.
never do. They
They will
never
never
do
see
that.
that money. Yeah, they will never see that money.
Yeah. So the best thing for you to do is understand and overstand debt, but not personal debt, business debt, business
Mm-hmm.
credit. Everybody have a flow of money, even if you got a job, even if you get in social security, that's your flow of money. Your LLC is you.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you already got an LLC, I'll start a new LLC with the group of motherfuckers, and we can create a LLC in our own state, in our own name, in our own being, and start building up our credit and start doing the things that will build up our credit
Mm-hmm.
every single day. Every single day, you can do something to increase your credit, right? It
That's a
it could
fact.
be It could be putting $2 on a credit card.
Mm-hmm.
It could be
Something just as
researching some
simple as
information. You could write
something just as
another
simple as
dispute
paying your
letter.
shit back early, paying your fucking tab early. Like all that shit matters.
You buy the pens. You might have enough money to pay for that. Pay your debt off.
Mm-hmm.
So if we consistently build business, maybe we start a these are just I'm just telling you how rich it is. The universe is just rich with ideas, right? So another
Mm-hmm.
idea is we start an e-commerce brand, e-commerce workshop where everybody that joined the e-commerce, you know, you can e-commerce site, $20 product, $20 limit, so niggas don't get crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gotta buy something off your website, and that's you. That's what you do. You you start an e-commerce, and if it's 5 of us on there, you got 5 sales, and I got 5 sales, and you got 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the type of energy flow transfer that I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like what you're saying that the difference
I'll be right. You can keep
between
talking. I'll be right back.
all right. It sounds like what you're saying is like the difference between the people that figure out money and those that don't. The difference is patience, acting when available, acting when you have the opportunity to act, but also sitting with the thing and learning about it before making a move on it. Because if it's not the super smart nigga that's the richest nigga, it's not the super strong nigga that's the richest nigga, it's not the super alpha that's the richest. None of those are the richest guy.
It's the nigga that do the calculations. It's the nigga that come up with a system. So if we don't free ourselves, then we will never get free. But if you want to do a part 2 to this, I don't care. I got a shake and bake, but we could talk about this at a deeper level either later tonight or tomorrow. Just let me know.
It's up to you. However you want to shake loose. I just gotta get some soap for these niggas right now. However you want to do it.
Yeah, I'm about to do this delivery. I just hit you when I get back. Peace to the tribe. See y'all a little later.
It's the Initiates. We back. We are the #1 spiritual podcast on the internet. Align your chakras, gain some knowledge, make more dollars. You are now tuned into scholars. Join the Discord. Be a part of the conversation. The Initiates Podcast and the Initiates Nation. Roll up your favorite pack and your best libation. Take some notes or go deep into meditation. The time we share is soul creations.
Enjoy the show.